Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully, everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to look at these three nickels right here. We have a 1946, a 1947, and a 1948 Jefferson nickel. Now, the nickels have seen some very cool designs to them. Most recently, we had the Westward Journey series nickels. Those went from 2004 until 2006 and featured the Louisiana Purchase Peace Medal, the Keel Boat, the American Bison, the Ocean in View, and then finally the Return to Monticello, where they switched up the obverse side of the Jefferson nickel to show him looking forward rather than looking sideways. And then before that, we had the Buffalo nickels. Those went from 1913 to 1938. And a little bit in between 1938 and 2005, we had the silver nickels, which were made from 1942 until 1945. Those silver nickels were 35% silver. They had a total weight for the entire coin of 5 grams, which gave them a melt value of 97 cents. So we're going a little bit back to the basics with these ones right here. The design and the metal content is probably something that you are familiar with. However, you might not know the mintages and the varieties or errors associated with these three dates right here. We've also got two very neat coins lined up for the foreign coin showcase at the end of today's video. We have a 50 drachmas coin right here on the left, and we have a 20 drachmas coin on the right. Both of them come from Greece, and both of them have been demonetized to make way for those euro coins. So none of these are in circulation anymore. So you might not see them, going forward, but they're very cool coins and very large coins. So this is the 50 drachmas coin, and just for size goes, that's how big it is compared to the old nickel that we've got right there. So the diameter in that coin is 31 millimeters. So some very large coins that we'll look at that are pretty heavy as well for the end of today's video. Let's start with this video right here. Now these are all, I wanted to mention firstly, these are all Philadelphia Mint coins. We can see if you flip them over on the reverse side right here that they do not have any mint marks in this area. No mint marks on these Jefferson nickels indicates that they are from the Philadelphia Mint. This one right here is dated 1948. And it's got a D mint mark on it. So if you've got a coin that has a D mint mark, it might have a S mint mark on it. D is for Denver, S is for San Francisco. So that's where the mint mark's located on these this series of Jefferson nickels until 1968, I believe. And that's when all of the mint marks for all the coins had to go to the obverse side of the coin. My 1946 is actually in the best condition right here. So I'm going to move it to the center, and I will zoom in for you. All right, so we've got the reverse side of the coin up right now. The Jefferson nickel. So the highest mintage in the entire, the lowest mintage in the entire series is going to be the 1950D. That's considered to be really the only key date in the series. There were 2,630,000 pieces of those that were made. More recently, the 2009 Jefferson nickels actually have the lowest mintage in kind of the most recent years. That's because of the economic crunch that the United States was going through in 2009. So those mintages in 2009 are just 39 million for the Philadelphia Mint, 46 million for the Denver Mint. So that's compared to the 300 millions usually. So keep your eye out there for the 2009 nickels, as well as kind of the rarest of them all, which is the 1950 Denver Mint Jefferson nickel. Now the mintages of these coins that we've got right here, as I mentioned earlier, we've got this 46, 47, and 48. And for the 46, we had, let me get it up for you. So 1946, we had 161 million that were made at the Philadelphia Mint, 45 million at the Denver, and 13 million at the San Francisco. So 161 of these that were made, which is the year that I've got right here, 1946. Now, as far as the metal content, it's going to be the same for 1946, 47, and 48. These coins have a total weight of 5 grams. They are 75% copper and just 25% nickel. So interestingly, these have a melt value of less than 5 cents, about 3.9 United States cents. However, in total, it does cost them more than a nickel to produce these. That's because of all the kind of the shipping and handling and all the wages that you have to pay people. There's a lot more money that goes into them other than just the metals themselves. So there's a lot more cost associated with them. In 1946, I've got the Cherry Picker's Guide. The only two that are mentioned from 46, 47, and 48 as far as error coins out there. There's a 1946 doubled die reverse. So I'll move the 47 out of the way and we'll get to that in a little bit. But if you flip the coin over to see the doubled die reverse, this is what you should be looking for. There is very strong spread south appearing as an extra set of steps on the letters. So if you look, now my letters right here. So if you look a little bit south, there is an extra set of steps on the letters of Monticello, as well as an extreme thickness to the E pluribus unum. So we've got the E pluribus unum at the top right here. We can see that mine doesn't have that extra set of letters kind of at the bottom of Monticello. So unfortunately, it's not the error coin that they're describing. Now with the 1946D, we've also got a repunched mint mark. And the 1946D repunched mint mark variety is actually the second in the top 10 of the Jefferson Nickels that are highlighted in the Cherry Picker's Guide. So it's second only to the D over horizontal D. So we've got the mint mark right here for the 1946. What you're going to want to look for is you will see the initial mint mark punch was inverted with the subsequent punch in the correct position. So whenever you've got a repunch mint mark where they've got the original mint mark going the wrong direction and then they corrected it with the correct mint mark going over it in the correct direction, those are the most valuable repunched mint marks that are known out there. Now the Cherry Picker's Guide has a 1946D repunched mint mark valued at a mint state 65 at $1,000. So there can be a lot of money for that 1946D repunch mint mark. So always check out the reverse side of your older nickels to see if there's doubling on the mint mark or in Monticello or any of the other lettering for that matter. And now we're on to 1947. So the mintages in 1947 for the Jefferson nickel, we had 95 million made at the Philadelphia Mint, so a drop off from the year before, 37 million made at the Denver Mint, and just 24 million made at the San Francisco Mint. Now, unfortunately, these coins aren't going to be worth very much unless you get them graded higher than a mint state 65. A mint state 65, keep in mind it's graded all the way to 70, so a 65 is a very good grade. Those are going to be worth $15 to $10 in the graded condition. However, it does cost around $20 to get your coin graded, so you'll be losing money there if you're submitting a mint state 65 to a company like PCGS or NGC to get graded, because the value of the graded coin will be worth less than the cost to actually get it graded. All right, now the final in the three series right here, 46, 47, and 48. We've got 1948, happens to be the most worn out in the entire of the three that we're looking at today. We can see there's wearing out on the details in Jefferson's hair, as well as going around the whole rim of the coin, but we still do see that 1948 right there. There are 89 million of these that were made at the Philadelphia Mint, so we see a drop off from 46, then a drop off from 47 until 48. We just had 89 million of them that were made in 1948 at the Philadelphia Mint. At the Denver Mint, only 37 million were made, and 24 million were made at the San Francisco Mint. These ones are going to have a similar price to them as the 1946 and 47 and 46, 47, and these ones right here, the 1948. That price will be mint state 65, around $10 to $15. At a EF 40, those will be worth around 45 cents. All right, now on to the foreign coin showcase. I have to zoom out a little bit because these coins are much bigger. But on the left, we have the 50 drachmas coin. This coin right here was made from 1982 until 1984. On the obverse side of the coin, so we're looking at the obverse right here, and then the reverse of the 20 coin right here. On the obverse, we see Solion, who is a famous Athenian statesman, lawmaker, and lyrical poet. It's accompanied with a legend with his indication which indicates his name in Greek. So that's his name in Greek right there, and then we see